Hello everyone, my name is Elsa Iggiotti, I'm a clinical psychologist, and today I'd like to talk to you about how to reset your life using the KonMari method for tidying up your home. So why would a psychologist be interested in that method? Well, simply put, tidying up your home has amazing effects on your mood and how you can see life. Your home is kind of the outside reflection of what's happening inside of you. So if your home is kind of messy, it's kind of going to create confusion inside of you. And likewise, if you're very confused, your home is probably going to look like a mess. Which is why tidying up your home can have very positive effects on you and create kind of some clarity. Well, of course you can use any method for tidying up, but I really like Marie Kondo's method for a couple of reasons. So first, I'm going to explain the method to you, and then I'm going to tell you 6 of the psychological benefits I've found using it. First things first, what is the KonMari method? I'm going to explain to you briefly what it is, but of course you can find tons of YouTube videos about it, and of course if you really want to deepen the topic, you can always read the book Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. So one of the main ideas of the method is that you can really tidy up your whole home in one swift go. This way, there is such a radical difference that you never want to go back to the way things were before. So there are 2 main steps. The first one is decluttering, and the second one is the actual tidying up. Decluttering happens by categories. So there is a certain orders of categories Marie Kondo gives, which goes like this. First, your clothes. Second, all your books, then you got your papers, miscellaneous things, and then tokens or personal things of value. The first thing you do is taking out everything of one category and putting it in one room. And then you take each object one by one, you take it in your hands, you possibly put it on your heart, and you ask yourself the question, does it spark joy? Which is, if you ask me, a wonderful way to decide if you keep something or if you don't. So if it sparks joy, you keep it, and if it doesn't, you thank the object for everything it has done to you, which really allows you to part with it much more simply, because thanking it really allows you to let it go. And then when the whole decluttering is done, usually you have like a few bags of things, several big bags of things actually. And once the whole decluttering is done, you can start the second step, which is finding a home for each and every object. And then Marie Kondo has like advices on, for example, how to fold your clothes, how to tidy up this or that part of your house, but this is detail, you can find it somewhere else. Now you know the method, I'm going to tell you what are, according to me, 6 benefits you're going to reap if you apply it. So the first benefit I've found in this method is that it really allows you to let go of the past and everything that drags you down. We always have, well, personally I had, tons of things in my home that I really didn't use anymore or that I never actually used. Things like old clothes I haven't worn in years, or even like my school notebooks from when I was 8 years old and that I really didn't use anymore. Even for like, you know, mementos. And the thing is, those things, they stay around us. And they just create some mess. They just stay in a cupboard or in a dark place of your home, but somehow they take up some mental space because they just are here. And imagine what happens if we let things we don't need anymore cluttering our home. Probably we do the same with the thoughts that are no longer useful to us, or relationships that no longer serve us, or maybe emotions that we just don't want to let go. It's really my belief that decluttering your home really helps getting in the right mindset to also start doing the work of decluttering your own emotions and thoughts. All of those things also really drag us down towards our past and are really an obstacle for us to go towards the future or simply to be purely present in the moment. So the second benefit of that method that really helps us to clarify our priorities and our true desires. So Marie Kondo really tells us in the book how her clients sometimes realize that it doesn't really make them happy to possess this or that, for example, book or set of courses they've been taking to develop this or that skill. And the thing is, probably they used to make themselves guilty over not giving really themselves time or energy to realize this or that goal, and they end up realizing, well, actually the reason why is I really don't want that for myself. It doesn't make me happy. So sometimes you really think you want something and it doesn't go through the test of does it make me happy. That method really helps you see that. It really allows to let go of unrealized plans without feeling guilty because you know deep down that you're doing the right choice for yourself and for your happiness. The third benefit is living in a much more intentional way. You really decide what you keep in your home and what doesn't really serve you anymore. So each object present just results of a process of choice, of very conscious choice. It's not like you used to, like you're buying something because it was on sale, you're keeping clothes because you know it can always be useful at some point, but never really is. And I really think it's possible to do the same with our psychology. You can really decide, okay, is that attitude serving me? Do I want to keep that in my life? Are those thoughts or emotions really something I want to keep? Something I really think I want to be? Or is it something that no longer serves me and I want to work towards changing? In this way, everything you do results of a conscious choice. The fourth benefit is a clear and free mind. If your house is filled only with things that you want there, imagine the clarity of mind you'd have. It's really the perfect setting for you to go towards yourself, to really dig in deep, to discover your true desires and to really go towards them. The fifth benefit I can find in this method is that it really helps cultivating joy and gratitude. When you choose every object in your home with the question, does it spark joy? You find yourself surrounded only with things that do actually spark joy within you. So it's going to actually teach you to recognize that feeling of joy because you do it with each and every object of your home, and then to really appreciate it fully and to feel grateful for it. Another aspect that lots of people find kind of a problem in Marie Kondo's method is, do I have to find joy in a very mundane object Like, for example, a screwdriver. Does a screwdriver really spark joy? And the thing is, maybe not at first, but when you realize how useful it is to your life and how seriously happy you can be to actually have that screwdriver when you need it, you're going to start cultivating gratefulness for the screwdriver to actually exist and to actually be joyful that it's here. So you keep it. You keep it because the alternative, not having the screwdriver when you need it, doesn't sound that joyful. So you start being grateful for each and everything that surrounds you, even when it's just useful. Because yes, it is useful, and that's so great. Thank you, things, for being useful, right? The last benefit I found in this method is cultivating a more peaceful relationship to objects. In our society, we tend to accumulate things and not really give it any importance to the things we have around us. In this method, you really learn to value each and every object in your home, to really love it and to really respect it, to really take care of each thing and feel grateful for its existence in your home and in your life. And it's also very important and even respectful, according to Marie Kondo, not to keep the objects that don't serve you, because the objects that don't serve you are not going to be happy with you, and they're going to be much happier in the hands of someone who really can use them and value them. So there's really this idea for Marie Kondo to even talk to objects, that they can respond, that they can be happy. You can say hello to your house when you enter your home. You can ask your clothes if they want to be hanged or if they prefer to be folded. And this might seem a little weird, but to have a relationship like this with objects around you just really makes your home kind of homier, because you're basically surrounded with friends, which is amazing, really. This attitude of respecting each and every object and valuing them really helps us stop accumulate, because you really like every object that you have and you don't need more. It might seem kind of weird, or we might even feel a little guilty to really appreciate and be happy of possessing things. But the thing is, well, there are so many people who don't have much. And I feel really appreciating what we do have is a way to honor them, honor ourselves, and honor the objects around us. I think it's really important when you have something to really feel happy about having it. And if you're not happy, well, maybe you shouldn't have that thing. I really feel that respecting the things around you really helps you appreciating yourself, respecting yourself, and loving yourself. So in this way, I think it's a very beautiful daily practice to have. Here you go. These were 6 psychological benefits that I think you can reap from applying Marie Kondo's methods for tidying up your life. Thank you so much for listening. Subscribe if you want more content about becoming who you truly are, and I'll see you next time. Bye.